Your freshman has gone off to college and experienced freshman freedom. And then how does that work when you're reintegrating them into the home?
Yeah.
With all their freedom habits?
It's Thanksgiving time. He's coming home. The most important thing that we should do not before he gets home, when he gets home, is sit him down and have a conversation with him about our expectations. I think that's going to be very important and integral in our ability to get along while he's here. There are things that we learned when he came back for the first visit. One, he's not a master at washing yet, so we washed his clothes as soon as he got home. Two, we learned that he's enjoying his freedom, which is fine, but like it'd be 10 o'clock at night and he just walked downstairs and walk out the house, and we were like, pump the brakes, dude. Where are you going? And his reply was, well, I'm not used to having to tell people where I go. You remember that, right? We were
like, gone for 2 months, bro. Not even 2 months.
Slow down, brother. It don't work like that. We didn't know that we needed to sit him down and have a conversation with him in terms of our expectations and his expectations.
Well, you advocate for expressing freedom for college freshmen and for college students.
I got no problem with that. But let me know where you're going.
That doesn't sound like freedom. That sounds like...
No, it is. It's absolutely freedom. I'm not telling you when you need to come home. I'm saying, where are you going? That's all I want to know. And I think it's a common courtesy. I don't typically just leave the house without saying anything. I'll let someone know where I'm going. The other thing is, he's going to be home for like a month, 2 months.
Yeah, because A&T is, once they go home for Thanksgiving break, as a part of the COVID kind of safety measures.
Yeah.
They don't want people going home for the holidays all over the world, being with a bunch of people, and then coming back to one place.
Yeah.
So they're saying the semester...
Go home, stay home.
Yeah, the dorms close Thanksgiving, and they don't open back up until the spring semester.
I know that we have expectations. Like, we're already thinking about what internships are you going to be applying for when you get back? What are you going to be doing to earn money while you're here? You don't have an income right now. He likes to have money. He likes that independence, which I totally understand. He's going to be doing some classes while he is here. I have no intention of being on top of him in terms of, are you showing up on time? Are you getting your work done? I have no intention of doing that.
Right.
I want to know, what are your expectations, Mike? You're back from college. What are you expecting? Are you expecting not to have to do chores? That's not a thing. You're going to have to do chores. So let's talk about what you got to do and when it has to be done. Don't be trying to take a shower at 2 o'clock in the afternoon while I'm on a conference call. Like, there are just some things we need to have reestablished boundaries in the house again, because they're different.
Yep.
Which they should be.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And all of that makes sense. It's good to lay it out in advance and talk through it.
Yeah.
I expect missteps because that's who young adults are. But I agree wholeheartedly. There was a normal that was established all through high school, and we all work into a flow of you understand expectations, and we know what to expect from you.
Yeah.
And now, as it happens at this age, his freedom and role as identity is growing.
Yeah.
And ours has to,
Shrink
recede
a little bit. Yeah.
When it comes to control over his comings and goings. However, you do still stay in my house. And as we talked about recently in another discussion, if I set a boundary, I'm setting a boundary on my home that I control, and it's reasonable stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not like you can't come and go.
Right.
But reasonable stuff. I don't want to live dirty. So
Absolutely.
You have to clean up after yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not the butler. Additionally, you mentioned money, which is important for everybody. You need money for things.
Absolutely.
The thing I definitely want to point out here is that he accumulated bills, subscriptions that I've advised against.
Mm-hmm.
And
before he left.
And he's had some difficulty with those,
Yeah.
as we forecasted
Yes.
he would.
Yes.
And I don't want to save him from that.
I know.
That's the piece.
I think I don't know if we should have a whole nother conversation about that, but I am torn between, that you need to save him versus I also believe that I need to let him feel the heat as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. When I say I don't want to save him, I don't mean that I want to see him fail.
Right.
It's that I will advise you as much as I can.
Right.
And whether you decide to take the advice or not is up to you. But if you don't take the advice and you end up stuck,
I have to let you walk that path. Right. Exactly. So I think that's where we both are in terms of, I see that your account is overdrawn right now. And yes, I could easily replenish, but should I? Like, you got the advice, you chose not to do it with absolutely no plan. And, both of us can see that from a mile
Well,
away. We already know what that is.
You're the plan and I'm the plan.
Right.
That's the deal.
So-
That's the problem.
Right. So the problem is, if we're the plan, that's not going to work.
Right. So I don't know that we have any answers here, but I love to pose questions. I always want to pose questions because there's other parents out here listening. What do we need to ask?
Does anyone have this conversation? Does your kid come home from college and you guys either set boundaries or have this discussion of expectations when they get home? Or is it, kind of a clashing of the titans? Because eventually it has to be. I think it was for us. In the first couple days he was home, I could see old bad habits coming back that I was happy were gone. So, my question would be, how as parents are you guys handling your kids coming back, and what discussions are you having?